The newest Magic set, the Lost Caverns of Ixalan, is another high-speed, high-synergy, limited format. So it's understandable if you get a little lost sometimes like I do, but it's good to know which cards are good. So here's the top 5 uncommons in Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Number 5 is Staunch, Crewmate, and this card just like screams value. It does a couple of different things here. Number 1, it's just a 2-for-1. You play it, basically in the right decks, you just draw a card. So it's a 2 mana, 2-1, draw a card. But there's a lot of things in this format that care about if you have pirates and stuff, so it's also a pirate, which helps out there. Good card. Number 4 is Ruin, Lurker Bat, and this format is just dominated by 1-drops, particularly 1-drops that can fly. And guess what? This is one of those. This one's really good, and they just tacked on, like, it's got lifelink, which just makes it awesome on a flyer, and it's got this weird thing where if you descended, you get a scry 1. So it's just like extra value. This card's super good, does a lot of things, very cheap, just great in any white deck. And in case you wanted more bats, number 3 is Deep Cavern Bat. The bestest bat? The battiest bat? I don't know. This card is great. In fact, this card is so good, it's actually seeing like appearances in cubes now, even like vintage cubes. This could be the best card of this type, which is like a creature that removes a card from your opponent's hand until it dies, that like we've ever seen in Magic. This could be the best card like that ever printed. So yeah, great limited then. Number 2 is Spyglass Siren. You remember when I mentioned that 1-drops are good? Remember when I mentioned that flyers are good? Well, guess what? This is a 1-drop flyer. And it just makes you a map token. It's doing a bunch of things here too. Kind of like the Staunch Crewmate. It's a pirate, so it's got that. It makes you an artifact, which gets you stuff. And it's just like good. Like you can play this on turn 1. Turn 2, crack the map, and you're hitting it with a 2/2 flyer. Oh, it's got synergy, it's got speed, it's got evasion, it's got everything. And the number 1 card in the set is an aura. Really, it's an aura. Okay, yeah, Zoetic Glyph. This card is just a beating. It's just a monstrous value beating. Okay, here's what happens. On turn 2, your opponent plays some like dinky artifact. Maybe they play like an inverted iceberg, maybe they make like a map token or something, and you're like, okay, no big deal. Turn 3, they play Zoetic Glyph, turn that stupid token or kind of useless weak artifact into a 5/4, and it's basically got haste because it came in the last turn, and they smash you for 5, right? Now you got some options here. You can like kill it and stuff or block and trade, but then guess what? Guess what? It's got Discover on it, so they get a Discover 3, which means at the end of the day they get to draw their card back basically, and if they cast the thing they discover, it's like a free spell, so they're getting like a 5/4 for free. Oh, this card is so much value. I've been crushed by it so many times. It's one of my favorite things to draft. I grab it if I see it. I'll go into blue if I see it. Like, it is just great. Wonderful card.